Our population, a bond rent grew 109.
All right, good afternoon.
Terrific.
Good afternoon.
Does everybody have their lunch and beverage all set? Great. Kind of packed in here. Well, my name's John Steinman, and I'm the Executive Director of the Heartland Technology Alliance. And welcome today. We sure appreciate you coming out. I suppose this time of year I would expect that the issue would be you didn't want to go out in the weather. Today you probably didn't want to go out because of the weather. But we're very happy to have you here. I'm going to get things started, talk a little bit about our group, and then introduce our speakers. We're going to have a panel discussion today about small business and technology. But I do appreciate everybody kind of cramming in here. Like I said a few minutes ago, I think every single RSVP set actually came through, plus a few extras. So, but we welcome you all. Thank you. With that, I kind of wanted to just give you a little bit of an opportunity to learn a little bit more about the Heartland Technology Alliance. We're a relatively new group. We had our formal debut last fall, and we're very happy to be a part of this team now. I'm based here in Des Moines, West Des Moines actually. And our group is scattered across the 5 states of the upper Midwest in Iowa, Nebraska, South Dakota, Minnesota, and North Dakota. And I'll get into why we are those states in just a moment. But what we are is we're a nonprofit, nonpartisan organization that's really dedicated to raising awareness around technology and helping to tell the story of technology and how it can create jobs, how that we can broaden our educational opportunities here in the Midwest, how we can support entrepreneurship, and how we can really foster a competitive business climate for the Midwest. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to start a public discussion, a public conversation about technology. And not from the perspective of you have to be a technology company or be knee-deep in it or up to your eyeballs in technology in order to be here or to be a part of this conversation, but really how technology relates to your business, how it relates to individuals, how it relates to our educational system and our workforce, because there's a unique opportunity that we have here in the Midwest to utilize technology to do these things, to create jobs and to foster a better economic environment for ourselves. So we work at that from a policy perspective. We're a 501c4 organization, which means that we're organized in a way where we can get involved in public policy issues. We don't have a set of policy priorities at this point that we're pursuing, but we want to be engaged in that conversation. And frankly, we want to be hearing from you about what are the issues that are on your mind as it relates to technology and how technology interacts with you and your businesses. So, wow, I don't know what happened there. What do I do?
Technology thing.
You can either operate it like a mouse.
Oh, like on here? Speaking of technology.
Figure out that technology.
Yeah. Perfect. Okay. Like something. So, we also are really trying to work on this public conversation as a social element. Technology is in everybody's, I'm guessing it's in everybody here's your pocket. It's in front of you. I think some people brought their iPads with them. You can't get away from the technology you have in your life, and we want to not only talk about the business implications of that, but just how it is being integrated into what you do every day. And really, we want to pursue this economic growth notion. We have technology is one of those things that is fun to talk about, and it's fun. It's novel, but really, it can drive business. It drives innovation. And as you drive business and innovation, you can drive economic growth, and that's what we're here. That's what we're here for. We're focused on the Upper Midwest. I mentioned the 5 states that we're in. There are nearly a 250,000 tech jobs in these 5 states, which might be a surprise to you. There are only 3 million people in Iowa, and the 3 of our 5 states in our region are smaller than Iowa. So it gives you a perspective. There's probably more tech jobs than you thought. Now, our founding board member, and I know we have one of them in the room here today, But I wrote this, they didn't, but I consider them to be among the brightest people that we have in the Midwest when it comes to technology. And the story behind our organization is that folks wanted to come together because they saw that there's kind of a growing disconnect between people and their technology. They enjoy it, they use it, they utilize it in their businesses, but they don't necessarily have a connection to what is behind that technology and how we can leverage it for the greater good of the Upper Midwest. So we have Dawn Anger is our board president, and she is out of Cedar Rapids, Iowa. She is the founder of Genova Technologies, which is a very fast-growing startup, woman-owned business that started with a handful of employees in Lynn County and now has, I think, about 200 between Houston, Maryland, and Lynn County. She's doing quite well. She also sits in the state's technology council. Natalie Dale is the founder of Minnesota Consulting Solutions. They do high-end IT solutions. She has started up and sold off, I think, at least one other business. She now she's in a nice spot in her life where she can decide where she wants to do her client. She doesn't want to get on a plane anymore, so she only does Minnesota. But they do high-end outsourced IT solutions for Fortune 500, Fortune 1000 companies. Mark Havlicek is here with us today. Thanks, Mark. Is with W.R. Berkley. W.R. Berkley is one of these enormous insurance holding companies you've never heard of. That I think about 40 different companies underneath it. And Mark leads their IT project management for the entire company. And he's one of those guys that's frequently on a plane. And Mark had his own startup company that was one of the original innovators in digitizing documents and really revolutionized the way the court system stored their documents with the massive paper load that they had. And then Brad Queck with E-Frame out of Omaha, Nebraska. E-Frame is one of the top 10 largest providers of hosted IT solutions for small businesses. Kind of their sweet spot is anywhere from 5 to 250 employees. You don't want to have your own help desk or your own IT department. You go to E-Frame and they do it for you. And a really great operation. These are the people that came together that formed the Heartland Technology Alliance, and I'm proud to have them as a board because they really have this experience, not only as people that are in their own startups and developing and creating jobs, but people who work with other businesses and see what their needs are and seeing how technology is being utilized, not just in the technology sector, but across economic sectors to drive economic growth and jobs. So we're here to help connect people with their business and technology. As I mentioned, we're not just entrepreneurs. We have a wide variety of members and allied companies and organizations that range from the small tech startup to some old line manufacturers that have really leveraged technology to their advantage and see that is the future. We have small businesses and large businesses. We're a very broad organization. We have chambers of commerce. In fact, just last week we signed up the Twin West Chamber, which is the second largest local chamber in Minnesota, as one of our allied members, and we're very proud of our growth throughout our region. That's just a sampling of some of the logos that are involved. That's not complete, but that was what I could pull on one page this morning. So our mission is to fill the need for this resource that's dedicated to helping individuals and policymakers and businesses understand this connection with technology, with communications, with what is needed behind it in order to have the right kind of policy environment, the right kind of understanding from people of what technology needs to grow, and then how we can tap into that technology to grow our businesses regardless of what kind they are. We're doing this through 3 main lines of activity. We're doing online resources. We're developing a library of video that we'll be debuting. We're actually live streaming this event across our 5 states and beyond right now on the internet. And we're there trying to make sure that people have access to these kinds of discussions. If you're going to create a public discussion, you got to bring it to the people. We want to reach right out to businesses and individuals and organizations to have this discussion through our Heartland Technology Forum, which is why we're here today. In 2011, we're going to do at least 6 of these kinds of events across our 5-state region. You notice that today, small business and technology. As we do these, we're going to do subject matter X plus technology. I know we're going to do agriculture and technology. I know we're going to do high technology or tech startup and how it relates to the rest of the world. We're going to do economic development and technology. And so, and we have a couple that we haven't yet slated, so if you have some ideas on that, we would certainly be interested in talking with you. And I know that not everybody here is from Des Moines or from different parts of Iowa and I think beyond, but if you're interested in hosting one of those events or working with us on an event like this in your community, please reach out to us after the event. And then finally, as I mentioned before, that we want to be part of the public policy conversation. We want to learn from you what's on your mind, and we want to get different perspectives at the table to talk about this. Because the technology is going to grow, and if we're going to be able to leverage it as small businesses, medium-sized businesses, large businesses, our educational system, beyond, we have to make sure we're having a conversation looking forward, and that's going to require everybody to be at the table. So it's a new group, it's a new mission, we're excited about it, and we're very happy to have you here today. I know this is the first time that many of you have even heard of us, so we're glad that you took the chance on spending your lunch hour with us. So with that, I guess I have a fancy slide. We're excited about our people, our rural areas. This is actually what's interesting about our 5 states. I did want to come back to this. That we have a similar people. We have a strong Midwestern work ethic. We have a good level of education, both in primary and beyond, in secondary and in post-secondary education. We have a strong, vibrant rural community. We have micro-metropolitans in larger cities. We have agricultural significance across these 5 states, and we have a shared communications infrastructure. So we have a lot of things to talk about that way. We all go all the way back. I know that Michael's here from Quest. Go all the way back to the old U.S. West network. So we have a lot of the same when it comes to broadband and how we hook up to the rest of the World Wide Web. We have the same set of issues that we work with. So, and obviously why we're here today with small businesses. So we want to embrace this technology entrepreneurship, and we want to move forward in this conversation. And we would encourage you to take a look at us to join our coalition. So with that, I want to get right into the program.